Many a times we talk about people who feel that they are lost in life, have not been able to sum up where they want to go, and all of a sudden they come up with a direction and then there is no looking back. Take for example the chart of Amir Khan or Robert Downey Jr. They have had energies that have been very difficult for them to handle, and yet once they have realized where they want to head, they strategically carve out a path for themselves and move in the direction such that they get a lot of name, fame, and most importantly, an inner satisfaction. So what is that planet? Which is that planet that gives it to them? It's a retrograde Mars. The retrograde Mars is a planet. As any Mars anywhere sitting in the chart, it talks about energy. So retrograde Mars is an internal energy, and it has, I always keep saying that, and I've made videos on that, that a person, it can eat up a person because the person is not knowing where the person needs to head. But the moment the person realizes where he or she needs to head and catches that road, the person is good to go. Now, when would you or I realize that this is a place where I need to go? Sometimes somebody pushes you along. Let's take for the case of Amir Khan. What happened in his chart was, or in his life rather, was that he had seen a lot of ups and downs with his father's career as a filmmaker, and he decided that I'm not going to go in the filmmaking industry. So far so good. He played a lot in his young days and was a state level badminton player. So he wanted to go into sports. His father said no. So he stopped playing, but now he didn't know what he wanted to do. He was sure that he didn't want to get into filmmaking. All of a sudden, a friend says, let's make a movie for fun. They do that. He's in class 12 and he likes doing that and he continues doing that. And look where he is now. So what is the point that I'm trying to drive home? The point is that you can take a decision that no, I don't want to do something. But life has, your life energy knows where it wants you to go. And two, it has to come from inward. That martial retrograde Mars has to find an expression from your inside. Had his father told him to go into filmmaking, he may have regretted, he may have not liked it at all, and he may have not made a good career out of it. But choosing that career path for himself made him a success in that field. Let's talk about another person, a politician. She made it big in the world of politics. But that was not the place she started with. She started as an actress. She wanted to be a lawyer. She started as an actress, and it was because her mother put her in that field. She was a very well-known, very reputed and a successful actress. But was she happy there? I don't think so. But when she became a politician, she had a lot of tussle. She was, again, that was an area where she had been pulled into. But she had a lot of tussle, and yet she stood her ground, made a great name for herself, because that was a choice, could have been involuntary at the beginning, but then it was a very strong choice that she had made and she lived up. So Jayalalitha ji, with her retrograde Mars, again proved the point that it is you who has to choose from an internal association, that life path, and then only will you succeed, because then you will be going along with the flow that life takes you. Let's examine these two charts to find where the Mars actually is placed. So now when I'm looking into the chart of Jayalalitha ji, I see that her Mars is placed in the third house. The third house is the house of your courage. It is a house of oratorship that a politician or a lawyer, even an actress, would need, but more so in the case of politicians and lawyers. And we also see that it is a retrograde Mars. So it gives her an ability to strategize, and it is a subconscious mind. So I would always say that it was her subconscious that was guiding her towards the field of politics and, being a lawyer, a good lawyer at that, rather than acting. And I can now then take the chart of Amir Khan. In the case of Amir Khan, we find that his Mars is retrograde in the 7th house. The 7th house is the house of and platform, and it is also your public life. So what is it that he has to portray to the public, or how he has to behave on that level, is also something that he chooses for himself. It is also to do with your partnerships. So he would ponder, be very specific about his craft and his partners in professional and personal life too. And when we talk about the lost energy, you should read up Amir Khan's interview and you would realize how his energies have been a cause of failure in his marriages, as we see that this retrograde Mars is in the 7th house, causing numerous marriages, failed relationships for Amir.
Bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.